Welcome back to Mercedes-Benz of Arrowhead, the Big A, as I like to call it. I'm here with my partner in crime, Robert Myers.
Hello.
Just had a birthday yesterday, 45 years old, looks great.
And we're back. Today we got something really special for you viewers out there. We appreciate all of the likes and all of the comments. We're gonna do something a little special. This is something a little bit different. We're gonna be comparing the 2018 Bad Boy C63S to the 2018 C43. And we're gonna show you guys the differences between the two cars, make a comparison, show the features, have a little fun. We're gonna take it out for a test drive. Come on along.
Come on, take a ride.
So we're on our way here in the beautiful 2018 C63S by Mercedes-Benz and Amg. This is a wonderful car, and as we said, we're going to talk about some of the differences. One of the things you'll notice right away with the C63 is the stopping power. This car has phenomenal brakes. There's a 6-piston caliber setup for the front and the 4 in the disc brake, and a 4-piston caliber setup in the back, and it stops on a dime. And of course you would need great stopping power in any vehicle, but certainly in a car like this with as much horsepower as this vehicle has. It's sitting on the 19-inch black Amg spoke wheels, and it's gives it certainly an aggressive look, particularly on this white. The contrast between the white and the black with the black wheels, it's very nice. It's very popular too with the 19-inch wheels. The black is a popular wheel option, and then there's also the gray for the customers that are not looking to add a black wheel onto the vehicle. You can also get the same wheel in the gray, and it doesn't look any less sporty and the choice, the price difference is the same. It's very priced very well. There's no extra charge for either color. So we're gonna get out here on the road, and we're gonna just go ahead and give this car a little bit of juice. Now, this is a wonderful car. It's a great daily driver. As we've always talked about in our videos when we do these, we talk about how comfortable the vehicle is to drive every day. Now, one of the things that makes this one a little different is that this one is equipped with the optional Amg Performance Seats. So they're kind of, curve hugging, if you will. They fit on the body type really well. Little more harder than the normal seat. The other seats tend to be a little bit more comfortable, if you will, with the cushion. But I kind of like this performance seat. I'm fitting very comfortably in it. This car is very, very quick, very fast. 0 to 60 in this vehicle is about 3.9 seconds. I actually think I can get it to 3.8, maybe 3.7 seconds, but it's a wonderful car. It's very quick. I'm gonna take this car out on the freeway and show you just a couple of different performance elements about it and how quickly it goes. And just to prove to you, you can drive this car every day. I always recommend to my clients when looking at an Amg is that we take it out for a test drive. Listen to the engine rumble, listen to the comfort of the sound of the engine, and feel the comfort of the seat. This one has the performance steering wheel, flat bottom. This one is equipped with the carbon fiber interior, as well as memory seat. All the features that come in a luxury car. This has the Burmester sound system, but who cares about that? Because you're gonna be listening to the rumble of this 4-liter bi-turbo, 503 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, handmade engine. Listen to that. Very quick, very responsive.
So Amg is now owned, or whatever you want to call it, with Mercedes, not two separate entities, and they're letting them basically produce the cars and be more Amg, right? So on the window sticker, it just doesn't even say Mercedes-Benz on it. It says Amg. And currently, I am driving this 2018 C43 C-Class sedan. Comes also in a coupe model. True coupe, 2-door coupe, not one of our 4-door coupes. Although those are in the GLC model, right? Okay, so back to the C43 that I'm currently driving. This is what they're calling a mid-tier AMG car. So a lot of folks that know the brand, they know what AMG is, and they just know it's like the highest end of Mercedes-Benz. But it's not only the highest end. I'm gonna just go right now because I don't even care. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. So here's what it's all about. This is why you get this car. See what I just did right there? Just pulled out into traffic. You got 362 horsepower in this deal. Right around 400 on the torque. I'm not a numbers guy. I just know it's over 362 and 384, I believe, is the torque on that deal. And I'm in Sport Plus right node, just giving it.
This one is equipped also. We've gotten a lot of people asking me. I have a lot of people asking me about head-up display, and this vehicle has the head-up display option. Very, very nice. I can see my miles per hour as well as my RPM level as well when I'm driving. So, car is very nice. Does have the 8.4-inch screen because it is equipped with the navigation. This car is equipped with the surround view camera, as not only the backup but the surround view camera as well. And looking at this between the C43, it is, you know, the main reason why you go to a C63 is, you know, power. Everybody wants to go a little bit faster, and they want a little bit more power. Mercedes has done a wonderful job of kind of giving us a little bit of all the worlds. I mean, you have the C300 at, you know, at 241 horsepower, and then for the customer that doesn't mind paying the premium, then you can go to the C63, which is what we're driving here at 503 horsepower. So it's a wonderful, wonderful car.
So here's the deal. If you got about 70 grand, 65 grand, 70 grand, and you want something you could lay it down in the street, you're not going to track, you're not trying to get big bills in the service department every 10,000 miles or every year, but you want a nice car that not too many people on the street are going to be able to mess with, and then on top of it, it looks good, and then on top of it, it's made by some of the best engineers in the world, and then on top of it, it's got 4MATIC all-wheel drive, complementary. That is the value proposition in the C43, folks. It's got 4MATIC standard. The C63 and the 63S do not. It is just rear-wheel drive. So they went away from the all-wheel drive system in the C-Class and offered it here in the 43 version as what I think is a huge value proposition. One of the greatest things about 4MATIC all-wheel drive is it's like super light. So people don't tell you. That's what's so great about our all-wheel drive system. It doesn't heavy up the car like all the other all-wheel drive systems do. So you got a light all-wheel drive system mated to the 9-speed automatic transmission. You got a 7-speed AMG quick shift multi blah blah blah. It's gonna shift much faster than this car, but this is no slouch. It's nine gears, 9-speed. AMG's got their hands all on this transmission as well. So like I get back to, it's a mid-tier car. A lot of folks, again, don't know really what is all involved in an AMG car because Mercedes-Benz is just starting to let everybody know what's going on with that particular brand. It's kind of like word of mouth up until now, and everybody kind of knows like what a BMW M3 or M4 is and this and that. Well, this car isn't really an M car. It's kind of a little bit below it, and an M car, an M3 or an M4, is nowhere near a C63, and it's certainly not a C63S. Just ain't. It's not even the same sport, let alone ballpark. So that's what they're finally starting to let people know, and they've given them something other than just a rebadged, you know, twin turbo V6 car. This is a proper mid-tier M3, M4 competitor if you don't want to spend the full ticket. If you want to spend the full ticket and you want to do a little, or you just want to have the full ticket car, you want to have the big boy car, you want to get the AMG car, the handmade engine, the S or the non-S model, go for it. That's the full-blown car. But like I said, if you want something, like for me, daily driver, you can lay it down the streets if you want. If you got that little itch where you want to race people, this car is going to beat a lot of people. And because of the all-wheel drive 4MATIC system, you could basically use all 362 horsepower, all 384 torque. And even if you happen to make a little bit of an error because this car just was so fun to drive and you just, you know, took it a little bit too hard, you're in the safest machine on the planet on 4 wheels. It just is what it is. Mercedes-Benz, while be it the sexiest cars on the road, highest engine, they're the safest cars on the road. They're a safety company first and foremost, not a performance company. They just happen to make F1 race cars as well.
the guys that are new to the Mercedes brand they all want to know, what does Mercedes have to offer in terms of safety? Now, they've heard about what Mercedes does, but they certainly want to see it for themselves. And so what we try to do is I try to get them out and demonstrate those features for them. You know, what I'll tend to do sometimes is I'll drive with the customer first, show them what the car can do and some of the features, and then from there, they take over and drive, and then I can show them exactly. I had a gentleman who was explaining to him how the driver assistance package worked, and he wanted to see. He said, well, hey, listen, let's go out and see what the car can do. So I took him out, and we actually had a good time. Watch this. The power in this car is instantaneous. And the wonderful thing about this car is how, when you're going fast, you still feel safe. It doesn't ever feel like it's out of control by any stretch of the imagination. It's always feels stable and steady. You know, the steering is tight, and the braking is quick, and the handling is tight. It's just wonderful. I'm gonna get up here and just show you now. And I'm doing a nice steady pace here, and the car is very responsive.
This is what separates the brand. Even though this isn't a full-blown AMG car, this still takes 2 to almost 3 days to put together. The construction of a Mercedes-Benz is what makes a Mercedes-Benz, and that's how you get the safety. That's how you get the quiet ride, not fake insulation and all that good stuff. So I'm getting away from it. But differences between the two cars: cosmetically, this car is going to have what you would see on a C-Class car, C300, the sports package or the AMG line package, okay? I think we lost Myers, I don't know. So this is going to have like a takedown version of a proper AMG car. Now, if you want the full aero kit, that's what you're going to get on a proper C63 or 63S.
You know, the nice thing about Mercedes is everything is easy to use. You know, when you're turning on the cruise control, you simply pull the stalk towards you, and voila, cruise is on. And it highlights everything, so you know that there's always some light or some little indicator on to let you know that the system's on and functioning. And that's just a wonderful thing to have.
There's going to be differences. They can't give you the whole deal in this one. This one gives you a good taste of it. So now I'm getting on the highway. Quiet, I'm doing 70 miles an hour. Full control. And I have a lot more to go. Perfect scenario there. That is your blind spot monitor kicking in. Once you activate your turn signal, if there's somebody in either blind spot, the triangle on the mirror here will flash at you, letting you know, hey, don't dip. I'd also give you an audible alert, letting you know, please do not go. There's a special driver's assistance package that makes that feature active blind spot assist, where it's actually going to say, hey, you're not going to listen to us, we're going to pull you back in the lane anyway and save you from colliding into the car that you're not paying attention to. And also lane keep assist becomes active on that as well, pulling you back into the lane. So back to the car. Cosmetically, there are differences on the car. You're not going to get the power domes on the hood on the C43. You're going to get those on the hood of the 63 car. You're not going to get, oh, I'm just killing it right here, look at that. Instant acceleration. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I'm gonna get on it a little bit. And then cruise control is very easy, because with the cruise control system, when you pull the stalk towards you and the system's on, if you want to slow down at all, you simply click the stalk down once, and that'll take you down about 5 miles per hour in a 5 per hour increment. If you click it up, it will accelerate. So it's easy to kind of slow down and speed up with our cruise control when you're in the vehicle. Just one click of the finger. I mean, it's really that simple.
It's gonna be a takedown version. It's like the 321 AMG Sportline package. You get that at night package too, so it'll be all gloss black if you like that black on white or a black on black, murdered outlook. That's how it'll come. You're not going to get the full braking system like you're getting an AMG car, but it is an AMG braking system with the components that you see in AMG. You know, it's the quality, the craftsmanship, and the materials are all the same. It's just not the top level. So there is a difference.
With the C63 and well, all of our cars, but one of the things that come up with the C63 is the paddle shifting. And you can paddle shift this vehicle. I like to drive it in automatic mode because it's just so fun. I mean, I just want to hold on and punch the accelerator, but you certainly can paddle shift it, and it's fun to drive that way as well.
Other things, the interior is going to be a little bit different. This has the AMG interior with the heavier bolsters. Depending on the options you can get Designo exclusive quilted AMG C. I mean, you can get whatever you want. But back into this car, interior-wise, you're still going to get the padded dashboard. It looks really nice and luxurious, hand-stitched. You can see the red stitching going through it. You can get red option seat belts if you want to go along with the red stitching. You can basically do whatever you like in this car. This car, a little bit of a mess up here. They got the Linden wood in here, not my favorite pairing with this, but look at how it does set it off with the Burmester stereo here. You got your seat controls right on the door so you can see exactly what you're doing. So again, no power domes on the hood. On the car behind me, you can see the huge power domes to show that you got a handmade V8 flexing underneath that deal. That's what that's all about. You got two huge air dams in the front to cool off the brakes and get the air into the under the hood to cool off the huge bi-turbo motors in both cars. So it's a takedown car. If you want to spend the money, you can go from the 43 into a handmade V8, the 63 model. That's going to give you 463 horsepower, I believe, or 479 horsepower, 489 of torque. Rear-wheel drive, thing is just a beast. And for me, if you want the AMG car, that would be the one. If you just need that V8 power, you want the 400, you want a sub 5.45 car. In this car right here, you got a sub 5-second 0 to 60 car, all for under, what is this thing? All for under $62,000. I'm sorry, I'll give you a little bit of a discount, under $62,000. I mean, come on. What are you gonna get on the road that has the lightest all-wheel drive system, almost 400 horsepower, almost 400 torque, safety, styling, all in one package for under $62,000. And I mean, and if you don't want to get some items, you can get this deal under $60,000. It is a value proposition here.
Air units are here, radio is here. Pretty distinctive styling cues for the C63 is the fascia on the front. Probably my favorite feature is the raised hood. You can always tell the AMG by the raised hood. And it also sits a little bit about an inch or so lower than the C300s, so it's got a nice squat to it, you know, fat tires, 19, I think it's 265, 19-inch tire on the back, so it squats pretty nicely, very low to the ground, it's sturdy, it just feels like a well-built machine. You know, this is a comfortable, solid car that's fast, that you can drive every day. And it will automatically put it in that when you go to sport mode. So what I'm gonna do is just flip it here. Let's just flip it in Sport Plus mode. And now it's growling. The exhaust note changes, you know, and it sounds like a race car for sure. Very, very responsive. So even in, you know, comfort mode, it's a great driver. And then in Sport Plus mode, it's just instant throttle response.
So let me go back to here. So this particular car, standard, you're going to have your push button start, keyless go, backup cameras, all that good stuff, Bluetooth connection. Some of the cars now will have the cell phone integration kit where you can plug and play your Android or your Apple phone. This particular car has the panoramic sunroof, which I love. 2018 C classes and above now will have a standard moonroof, where before you had no option for that deal. You know what this car is missing? Is the Amg Performance Exhaust option. I believe that's $1,200. I could be wrong, maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's a little less. That makes the car sound delicious. So you could pop that on, a little button. That's the button that's omitted right here. Does have the suspension upgrade. I'm in Sport Plus. I'd be always driving the Sport Plus in this car. I mean, I would never be in comfort mode. But if you do like comfort mode, just dial in right here, bam. Sport, shows you here what's going on with the car. Go one more down, now we're in comfort mode. Basically refines everything, makes it a little bit of a more comfortable ride. But I mean, I bought this car because I like sports cars, so. And away I go. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing to that. I love this car. I love what they did with the 43 car. I love it. Soon we're getting the 53 models, and I'm sure we'll be doing a ride and drive with that as well. A 63 versus a 53. The 53 models are going to be even better. It's just crazy. You guys are in for it. It's not. It's like you wanted some competition from Mercedes, and now you're going to get it. I don't know if you guys really wanted it, but I think you're going to get it.
There's no way you can kind of say, I'm not going to look at the Mercedes. You have to come look at the Mercedes. It's set up in a way that you're comfortable. You have all of your performance features. That's my park sensor going off. If you can hear that, it's beeping to let me know that I'm getting a little too close to the vehicle in front of me. It's giving me a little alert. Always on watch. Yeah, this thing is growling. You know, the turning is amazing, and the way it handles is wonderful. It has so many nice features, and I just feel like Michael Schumacher driving this car, you know, or Lewis Hamilton, all of the great F1 guys. This is this is a wonderful car. Ooh, it's growling. I mean, it's amazing. The car begs to be driven hard. Like it's a car you get in and you go, I gotta find me some open road and just stab it, you know, and just hold on, because it's just a car that really wants to be driven.
This is the 2018 AMG C43 sedan in polar white with black leather, red accent. We have the Lindenwood here. Might have been a little mistake. That's okay. Get a little character. Again, 362 horsepower, 384 on the torque, 9-speed AMG automatic transmission, paddle shifting back here if you need any of that. This car also has the multimedia package, so you get the 8.4-inch display. If you don't get multimedia and you go with Apple CarPlay, currently you still will get the 7-inch display. Okay, but other than that, the car looks the same. There's no differences in the interior or the exterior. Safety features standard-wise, you do have active brake assist, collision prevention assist plus, where from 31 miles an hour or so, like right now I'm driving on Bell Road, little stop and go traffic. If I'm not paying attention, I'm text messaging, doing something I shouldn't be doing, someone cuts me off, the car's gonna warn me. As it's warning me, it's gonna slow me down, about 60% brake force. If I do not input any floor pedal or steering wheel input, the car should stop. Okay, standard, that's a standard feature, all right?
When we get back, I'm sure we're gonna look at the differences, you know, with the C43 versus the C63 and point some of those things out. Both cars are marvelous cars. There is no go wrong with either car. Mr. Russo.
Oh yeah, weren't you behind me the whole time?
Where are you?
I told you that's why I shouldn't lead.
Oh, you're all right. I'm on my way back. I'm on Bell. I'm still talking. So what'd you think?
I loved it. I hope it conveyed on the test drive what I was trying to convey, but like I was trying to tell on the test drive, that if you're looking for the daily driver, as we were talking about on the phone there, you know, your C43 is your value competitor there. You got all-wheel drive standard. You got plenty of power, plenty of pick up and go, safety, it's all there.
It's all there. What did you think of the drive?
Drive is smooth, just like every other Mercedes-Benz drive. You know, you got a 9-speed automatic as opposed to 7-speed here. You know, it's a nice heavy car.
So scale from 1 to 10 on performance, where you rate it?
I mean, of course, there's perfection is unattainable, right? So I mean, for the money, when you pack it all together, it's a solid 8.7759.
Fun to drive?
Absolutely fun to drive. I think the video will show that for sure.
Well, you know, I gotta agree. I like it too. I like both cars. I gotta tell you, Mr. Russo, my homeboy, this is it. Listen, they're wonderful cars. There's no two ways about it. All-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive, which is probably the best kept secret in the industry, right? 'Cause they never talk about that. This car is not all-wheel drive, but just brutally fast, totally fun to drive. And I'm with you, there's no perfection. I'm gonna give this a 9 because I just love it. I love the car. For my money, this is the way to go. I'm impressed with how much fun this thing is to drive, but how comfortable it is as a daily driver.
Yeah, that's the big deal.
Despite the fact that it's got 503 horsepower with 516 pound-feet of torque and these massive 19-inch wheels, this is an all-world car. For a compact car, this kind of power, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything better as far as performance. I love the 43. Look at this thing, 19-inch wheels. Now, you know, you can see that difference though with those, I call these the nostrils, you know, because it's like flaring out at you.
Let me jump in there because the people watching, all of a sudden, they're called power domes. Give me a phone call, leave me a message. But power domes, yeah, exactly. I know, it looks like they're angry. The car looks angry.
Yeah, it's like an angry car. This thing is growling. I love how you can change the exhaust note. And listen, I agree with you. Both cars are fun. Great. This is probably the more civilized daily driver. But you know, who wants to be civilized, right? We want to be a little bit edgy. So with the edginess, I'm going to give this a wonderful, they're both great cars. You can see styling wise, they're the same. You know, both of these cars look the same. It's just under the bonnet that makes the difference.
Yeah, another thing to note too is there is a car that fits in between here, which is the non-S 63 car, handmade motor, 469 horsepower, 479 on the torque, plenty of power. To me, if you want the handmade motor, you need an AMG car. You get the non-S version. You save a little bit of cash, got a lot of the power still. If you want to take it down a little notch, you don't need all the power. You got basically you got options. And that's what we're talking about. Options are good. So
and the price point. You know, what we're talking $20,000.
20 grand
between these two cars.
20 grand.
Listen, you don't go wrong either way. It's kind of like Indiana Jones choosing your holy grail. You know, you pick the right one.
That's right.
And for my money, the 63S is certainly the one for me. But there's no wrong.
And for my money, I'm a little bit more finicky, more frugal with my dollar bills. I'm gonna go with the C43. I like the all-wheel drive. I like that it's got the similar look to the AMG car, not everything, but a lot of it. You know, but hey, if things go right, maybe I'll see Mr. Miles for an S car.
That's right. Well, you know, and listen, we invite all of our many viewers out there to come down and test drive either car. We'll be more than happy to show you. You can choose for yourself. There's two guys talking, but you guys can come down and see what you think for yourself.
That's right.
Wonderful cars. Thank you for so much for your time. Rob Myers, Nick Russo here, Mercedes-Benz of Arrowhead. Mine is 623-815-3921. Mr. Russo.
480-550-2255. Dial down the middle. You can't get a better phone number. All right.
I love this job.